Hey, welcome back to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment, Undefeated, where we sit down with athletes, entertainers, and people of all sorts to talk about how they overcome adversity, and ask the right questions so they can never take a loss. Undefeated. And I'm your host, Michael Montgomery, a.k.a. the Michael Strahan of podcasting, Mr. Thanksgiving, because I make sure everybody eats, sitting down with real people who get real results and real impact. Today we have a special guest on the show. Let me make sure I get all the lists because he hails from Houston, Texas. A first-team All-American, 3-time consecutive All-Conference. He had over 4,000 yards in his career at Rice. He's a 2018 College Hall of Famer. He's a Southwest Conference Sports Hall of Fame in 2014. He was one of the first Rice Owls to win a major individual college award for the Doak Walker Award in 1991. He also has a foundation that we're going to get into later in the career. Trevor Cobb.
It's great to be here, Mike.
Man, thank you again. I really appreciate the opportunity. So from what I read off Wikipedia and Google, just give us a little backstory of your background, your parents, how you grew up in Houston.
Yes, I'm one of 8 kids. I'm the 7th kid. I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers. Born here in Houston, Texas. Went to Doak High School.
Okay.
And I thought I was going to be a baseball player, but I guess I threw in my arm in high school and ended up being a football player. I was able to get a scholarship at Rice. I was recruited heavily coming out of high school, but decided to stay home and go to Rice.
I saw that. They said, and I read you could have went anywhere, but you chose to go to Rice, even though Rice didn't win a game that previous season.
Right,
it was
they
0-18.
0-18.
Yeah, they was 0-10. So besides staying home, what was the other deciding factors?
It was in the Southwest Conference. And also, when I was 9 and 10 years old, Rice used to have the punt pass kick contest. And I participated in that at Rice Stadium and won it.
Oh, okay.
So I figured, I just fell in love with Rice back then.
Yeah. I remember seeing a photo of you as a kid with an owl shirt on.
I played for the Little League Owls.
Yeah. That's right. That's dope. So it just kind of, and it's funny. Like my mother, she when I was a baby, I took a picture with me holding a football, and I have a baby picture of holding a football and went to the NFL. So it was just kind of like similar.
That's how it leads your way.
Yeah. That's cool. So you said. You had opportunity you was playing baseball as well in school?
Yeah, I had an uncle, Cliff Johnson. He played in the major leagues for 15 years. He was playing for the Astros at the time. So I grew up in the baseball locker room and stuff.
Nice.
And my idol, he was my idol, but my second idol was Ozzie Smith, that played for the Cardinals. I think the nickname was the Wizard. He was a shortstop, like 5'8" kind of guy.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. So I grew up loving baseball first. And my dad played baseball. That's the only sport he played. So my dad was always my coach in Little League and stuff. So I was groomed to be a baseball player. But I ended up falling into football later on.
Oh, nice,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you. What about your parents? What was the dynamic with your parents? What did they do?
My dad was the Air Force guy. My parents met at NASA right here at Ellington Field.
Okay.
My dad worked for NASA on the rockets and stuff as an engineer, and my mom would work there. She did she was the switchboard operator back then. So they met at NASA, and then. I guess a year later I was conceived. So my dad, he's the Air Force guy, and my mom, she just was a Louisiana girl. So
yeah.
Met that way.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So high school, Doak High School. You played football, baseball. What made you just stuck with football once you was in high school or after college?
Yeah, after college.
High school. Sorry about that.
Yeah, in high school, it just was so popular in high school. You know, it was very popular. So, and I loved all the sports. I love football too. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I started as a quarterback, but I stopped growing, so I switched to running back. But And also coming out of high school, I was recruited. I mean, I remember LSU wanted me to play a different position. I was running back. They wanted me to play receiver.
LSU wants everybody to play a different position. I went there on a recruiting visit. He wanted me to play nose tackle. I'm a defensive end. I'm 240. I don't need to be in that nose tackle position. I don't know. Everybody who I talked to who takes a visit to LSU, they always want to play a different position. But continue. You say
Yeah. Back then, they were running the ball. They didn't have, and the coach was like, "Well, I wanted to back up, Harvey Williams at that time, at LSU," and he was like, "Well, I want you to play receiver," and it's like y'all don't even throw the ball back then. They didn't even throw the ball maybe 3 times a game.
Yeah.
And on top of that, your quarterback can't throw, so I'm not playing receiver.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and things end up working out, and I figure if you're good, you can play anywhere. You'll be recognized anywhere. So, and then I was fortunate enough to play Rice in the Southwest Conference.
Yeah, and from your numbers, you played like right away, or did you redshirt a year?
I shared some time my freshman year, and the senior running back got hurt. Richard Williams got hurt, and about the 6th game of the season, and then I started from then on.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then I won a Doak Walker Award my junior year, and they wanted me to come out, and I decided to come back and finish.
And what was the deciding factor to come back and stay?
My dad wanted me to stay, come back and finish, get closer to graduate, get my degree, close to get my degree and stuff like that. And to be honest, I thought I'd be drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So that's just a gamble I end up doing, and end up massing up a whole bunch of college yards. But it just kind of prolonged football career.
So how was you could describe how was that time? Because you was the offensive main vocal point running the ball. How was that time at Rice when you started taking on a heavy load? Was it taxing, or was it you? How did you describe that time at Rice when you was at least breaking over 1,000 yards each year?
Yeah, it was taxing because we didn't throw the ball that much either. We threw just enough, maybe, because that was a running area.
Yeah.
That was maybe 8 times a game, maybe. So we didn't throw the ball that much. It wore me down. By the time I got to the NFL, my body had so many hits on it.
Yeah.
Because I averaged like 38 yards a carry or whatever. Some games I carried the ball 44 times. And I'm 50 pounds more than what I was.
Yeah.
I was a little bitty guy, man.
I know. I saw it. He was like 5'9", 170.
175 I came in freshman year, and I ended up being 195 leaving by the time my senior
Did they
year.
have 40 times?
Yeah, I ran I think the fastest time I ran, 4.48.
Did you? I don't know if you follow this, but are you watching what kids are running these days now?
Oh yeah, I watch the combine like every year.
Man, me too. I'm religiously infatuated. I saw a guy, 340 pounds, running 4.8.
Yeah,
and I posted it on social media. I said, man, I never had a chance in the NFL with guys like those.
Well, the training is more training about technology. It's the right supplements. I mean, it's all about faster, quicker, stronger.
Yeah, and younger.
It's crazy. And younger. They know how to run.
Yeah.
Proper running. Because I remember when I was running 4.5. I was a 4.5 guy, and I got with the track coach up at Rice.
Oh,
I got with the track coach. He got me down to 4.4. Just the proper form, running form, and all that. So, but anyway, so I was fortunate enough to play college football, and was a free agent by Kansas City Chiefs, and played from 93 to 97, bounced around in the league. Like I said, I was hurt most of the time. Went from Kansas City to Pittsburgh to Chicago, back to Kansas City. Then I played in the World Football League also, Amsterdam Admirals, in the World League. And then that was it. And then I went into corporate America, worked there.
Nice. And what you graduated in Rice? What was your degree?
I graduated in business. I had double major business and theology.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so business degree in theology. Yeah.
To backtrack, if you and you still had to stay and go back to school after you finished, if you could do it all again, would you come out early in your junior year? After you
for
won?
sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You got to come out when you're hot. You know?
Yeah.
You won the award. I came in third the second time. I think Garrison Hurst won it my senior year, and then Reggie Brooks came in second. I came in third. But yeah. When you're I should have came out my junior year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And with the Doak Award, can you just explain how the process goes when you're up for an award like that? Do they fly you out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Doak Walker Award goes best running back in college football. Each school can nominate a running back, and then the process. I'm one of the voters, but the process narrows it down into about 10 semifinalists, and then they have a selection committee, and then they announce the winner at the award show, like in November, December. And then the banquet is always held. I just went to the bank. The banquet is always held in February.
Yeah.
Where they fly you down, they fly you, the head coach, and your running back coach, wherever they want to send. Sometimes the president, athletic director, or president of the university. Fly them down to Dallas. And it's about 2,500 people. Yeah. It's a lot of people go to the banquet. And then they fly you down and all that and present the award to you. So you get an award. The school gets an award.
Oh, okay.
So you get one, the school gets the same award, the Doak Walker Award trophy. And then that's it.
Right, so as you was there and you was up for the award, just take us what was going through your mind. Was you like hoping to get it? Was you happy to be there? What was your like mindset in your inner thoughts?
Well, I was there twice for the award show. I went to the award show. I think they have it in Disney World now, Walt Disney. But at that time, it was in Kings Island, Ohio. The award show was. The first time, I had no idea. I think my running back coach knew that I won it, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, I went to the award show, met some people like the day before, met the people who sponsored the award, people part of the award show. I think Brent Musburger was the MC of the award show. And then they give you a per diem, like in your in your hotel. I guess that's legal.
Yeah, everything.
They give you an envelope with some money in it, And I remember being in it was near Cincinnati, in Boomer Science, and they had a club then. It's called Boomers. It was in cursive.
Oh, okay.
Right on the water.
Ooh,
so we all went there. Me, who won it? Terrell Buckley, Will Shields won the Outland. I think Gino Toretta won the Maxwell. We was all together for the award show.
Yeah.
All the guys. Everybody except the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own little separate.
Oh, okay.
So all awards, the Jim Thorpe, the Outland, the Doak Walker, the Ray Guy, all the awards, they all together in the award show. And then the Heisman has their own separate deal.
Okay.
But we all went out and got a limo and all that. All went out and had fun. Yeah, and then the second time I came back for the award show again, I was up for it again. Top 3 only goes to the award show, and then did the same deal, and then Garrison Hurst ended up winning that one. But it's a great time.
Yeah. You're among some really prestigious names.
I know. Yeah, so it was a great time. Like I said, I played ball in that. Then I started a construction company, Cobb Contractors. Did that for a while. Did some stuff for the city. And then had a stroke back in 2013. It got up to like 500 pounds, man. I was huge. Yeah. 500 pounds. Had a stroke in 2013. Rehab back. And And then when I was able to get back to work again, it was like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Started back work in 2018 at Rice University,
Okay.
like my alma mater,
Oh, nice.
which I ended up graduating from. So I'm still there, working there for the athletic department.
Oh, that's
Doing
great.
some fundraising for the,
Rice, yeah.
for the sports. Yeah, there. So
Well, that's good, man. So, and you said you did the road to recovery after your stroke. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're back at it. How was that recovery like for you?
that recovery was tough, man. It was tougher than 2 days. Probably the toughest thing I ever experienced. I was paralyzed when I woke up with a stroke. Had a tube down my throat. Was on the ventilator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on that, and my whole left side was gone. My whole left side had to do speech therapy. Had to do rehab.
So you had to learn
I'm still rehabbing.
You still had to learn how to speak.
Yeah,
speak?
had to learn how to speak. What I did was I chewed bubble gum on my left side for about 2 years straight every day, just strengthen that muscle up. And that's what I did. Had speech therapy and all that. Yeah,
Well,
it was hard. It was mentally. The physical, we're built for that. But
Yeah.
the mental part of it was probably the hardest.
Yeah. I always say, man, playing football was easy to me.
Yeah.
It's easy to just take directions and play as hard as you can. The mental side it's a lot more methodical. That's why people get a little more relaxed and sleepy when they read because you focus and your mental, but physical, it's a different type of element. That's it always came easy and natural for us.
Right. Yeah, you're right. The mental is where, you separate the greats from everybody else. It's a mental. They have both.
Yeah.
But anyway, did that, and in the midst of all that, I had started the nonprofit.
And what's the nonprofit?
Trevor
name?
Cobb Helping Hands.
And
It's-
inspired by.
Inspired by I help survivors that go through things like stroke, heart attack, and cancer. I've had 2 out of the 3. I've had a heart attack before. Back in 2015, 2 years after my stroke, and I had a stroke before. So I experienced 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
And then the cancer, of course, everybody has somebody in family with cancer and all that. And my wife worked with cancer patients, so that's where the third element comes from. But yeah, we try to help whoever needs help, and with medical bills, medical equipment, things of that nature. So rehab, people that don't have insurance, try to help them get disability if they need it, if they qualify for it. So we do a whole host of things also.
That's great. And how can people reach out to you?
Trevor Cobb HelpingHands.com.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. That's so greatly needed. A little bit about me. I had heart issues where I almost had near-death experience in A&M. I was born with a heart disease that I had to get surgery on. So, that stuff is important, especially, we always do physicals, but we don't do heart checkups or anything like that. So it was just something I'm drawn to but I appreciate what you're doing. This is much needed. Heart disease, heart is still one of the leading causes of death in the United States.
Wow.
So, but is there any running backs do you see today that you look at and say, man, he reminds me of myself?
Let me see. Any running backs I see remind me of myself.
Maybe it's a Christian McCaffrey or Darren
I'm trying to think.
Sproles.
Yeah, Sproles used to. A little bit of Sproles, yeah. More of a scat back type. Yeah.
Maybe
I can't think of
what was that one from Jacksonville? Jacksonville. He was good. Strout, no, I forgot his name, but he was a small running back, but he was really good. Ray Rice.
Yeah, Ray Rice. Yeah, Ray Rice. We kind of have the same
Bill.
demeanor, same build. Yeah.
Was your when you ran the ball? Did you run with more strategic and setting up blocks, or did you run like when you ran the ball? Like, describe how your mentality when it came to running the ball.
My mentality was to set up blocks and to just hit the hole as fast as I can.
Yeah.
You know, I was more quick in a little space than fast. Although I did have a little breakaway speed, but yeah, I've always tried not to get hit flush.
Yeah.
You know, that was my thing. And my mentality was if I got past that first group of people, my deal was to make the free safety miss.
Yeah.
You know, make the free safety miss is a home run. So, I tried to avoid as many hits as possible. Spin move, all that stuff was in the arsenal. But, yeah, it was all about quickness.
Oh, man.
Quick space.
If a kid wanted to be mentored by you and he wanted to, get to the next level, what would you say to him to help him be a running back?
To help you be a running back?
Yeah.
Man, I've always had a football in my arm. I went to sleep with the football. I played by myself a lot of times. Football was, to be great, you have to be selfish in a way. You can't, it's got, I missed a lot of high school parties. That's just the way I did it. It was football 24/7. So to be great, you had to be, I just say, just gotta love it. Yeah. And I've always had a football in my hand, so even when I was little. So,
and you said be selfish. That means with your time, your
that
energy.
means selfish as far as with your time. I never could keep a girlfriend in high school.
And now
it was all football in class.
I bet you didn't have that problem in college, though.
Well, yeah, in college, yeah, because she was right there, and she was at Rice also. So, yeah, in college it was different, but she was an athlete too. She was understandable, but it was always working out, man. Yeah, that's all it was. Because I was not always the fastest guy, or the strongest, or the tallest, or the biggest. So I had to use football. My football IQ was real good. I knew all the plays. I knew what everybody's doing on the play. And stuff like that. And of course, I had ability too. But
yeah. They said you could read defenses well. While I was listening to commentary, it was like you would read defenses well.
Defenses well, yeah. I was able to do that. When at Rice, when the quarterbacks met, I was in a room with the quarterbacks. So I knew everything. Like, I pride myself. I used to be in Little League and junior high. I was a quarterback, so I had that same mentality. I had to know where everybody was doing on the field, and I could, like you said, I could read defenses. But I practice hard too. I mean, after every carry in practice, I would run to the end zone, sprint to the end zone, come back, and run the next play. So my work ethics was very high motor, high.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so. That was just my deal that I did since I was, Little League.
Yeah,
so
that's what's up. And I see you a cold drummer. You still kick it on them drums?
I used to, man. I used to. My mom was a choir director for years. I could never sing, so I did the next best thing was be part of the band. Part of the drum. I did the drum. Played on the drums. I did in high school and all that stuff. So, the drums. I love the drums.
Yeah.
Had the Pearl set stuff, drum set. So, I loved it. I played drums all through high school, college, junior high. So, yeah, for the church choir.
Yeah. Would you in today's NFL running backs are a commodity, or do you feel like it's just a fill-in? Because it was a running back era back then, but now it's quarterback driven.
And now it's if I played football in high school today, I thought about that. I would be definitely a receiver or defensive back. Because I was all-state cornerback also when I came out of high school.
Yeah,
I was running back, cornerback. So that I wouldn't even play running back.
You wouldn't play. Okay, you wouldn't try quarterback.
Well, I'm not tall enough. Yeah. But yeah, it would be receiver or defensive back. Probably more defensive back than anything. So, but just the times are different.
Yeah, times are different. People,
they throw the ball more.
Oh yeah, they're throwing like 40 times a game now.
So it's all a throwing league.
And no two-a-days. They're doing one-day
it's great
practice.
For defenses, y'all defensive ends.
Yeah,
you get the rush to pass. I'm not big enough for that. So.
But one player, he's your size. He plays for Kansas. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Oh yeah,
man, that guy
can go.
It's unreal. His speed is.
Woo.
I saw some guys. Yeah, I saw like 4 or 5 guys run 4.2 at the combine this year. This past
this past
I saw a defensive end run a 4.3.
I know.
I was like, I never had a chance to be in the league. I was just happy for my little speck of it, but
me too.
Bigger, faster, stronger, younger.
They just come and just. I don't know what's in the food, man. Yeah.
Steroids.
Some steroids in the chicken.
Chicken and rice and steroids.
Yeah, it had to be the preservative they put in it. Yeah.
Performance hands.
It's crazy.
When I saw that big dude run, man, I know I keep going. I was like, dude, it's 340.
My body couldn't move that. I would tear. I would probably pull every muscle in my body.
Oh, did you work out at the combine?
I went to the combine. Yeah. I went there. Michael Strahan was my roommate.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, because he was playing at TSU.
Yeah.
We flew together.
Uh-huh.
And there was a couple other players, too. I think he had one more guy, defensive end, that was really good from TSU, too. He played in the league, too. I forgot his name. Him and Mike Strahan. But Mike Strahan was my roommate.
How was that experience? Like, what did he talk? Did he talk about it? Like,
he was never in the room because he was busy interviewing.
Yeah.
But we had a blast. I mean, we talked about how it was a meat market, how they had us like step on this stage and we had gray shorts on, letting us on.
Naked, like cattle.
Yeah, like cattle, man. They checked your hand, your fingernails, and everything.
Yeah.
Told us spread our hands, all that stuff. So
yeah, my roommate was David Pollack. He was a he was a defensive end. Yeah, he was telling me, I'm gonna run this 4.4 and I'm gonna be your first pick. I'm like, you definitely got the numbers for it because he was All-American.
Yeah, he was All-American. Yeah, Strahan just like he didn't say anything. He was just.
Did y'all play against TSU? I know y'all.
No, not back then.
Yeah, right. Because y'all play like
we played
UT.
Yeah, we played UT, Arkansas, A&M, Baylor, Texas Tech, SMU, TCU. And then we had some out of conference games. I call it stat games.
Yeah.
SMU, Sam Houston State or something like that.
That's what's up.
So, sometimes we were playing like Notre Dame out of conference.
Mm-hmm. So, like judging from your conversation, you seem like you didn't really have a difficult time transitioning out of football into your post career, or was it difficult?
Yes, I did. It took me 10 years to watch a football game. Especially a pro game, after I retired in 97. It was just you've been doing it all your life since 4 or 5 years old, and just that's all I knew, besides, going to school. But, yeah, I mean, it was mentally difficult to figure out what I'm going to do next,
Was there somebody in your life that kind of helped you through that transition, or did you seek any counsel from family or therapist or anything?
It was just myself.
Yeah.
That's it. I had nobody in my life. Yeah, just mentally, I just kept going back to Rice, and they kept, helping me and getting me back on my feet and stuff. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's exactly what I did.
So Rice University, yes.
Yeah. Well, and I read it said you went to awards. Was you drafted? You went to the combine. Was you drafted out of college to go to the league, or you went?
No, I was at that time. I mean, they were looking for big backs at the time. I wasn't drafted. I was a free agent.
Oh man,
I know.
I saw that and I was like,
what the heck?
This is.
It was just one of those weird situations where
they just.
What happened was I'd switch agents, and I don't know. It just was all. It was all messed up type deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have been my junior year, but senior year, you just. That's why you gotta strike the iron when it's hot. You know?
Yeah.
So just one of those things. I came out a free agent, and that was it. Teams wanted me in them.
Mm-hmm. And with all that being said, if somebody comes to you in a similar situation, you tell them, hey.
Oh, I tell them straight up. I tell them, to come on out. Don't worry about going back. You can go back, finish. A&M having to go back and finish school anyway.
Yeah.
4 years wasn't enough. So I ended up graduating in 2000 because I had to go back to Rice and finish up. I had like a semester left. So
nice.
Yeah.
I think everybody does. I think
everybody does, unless you're redshirted.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went back when I retired. I knew college was it was at least give me something to think about what I'm gonna do next. So
right. At least it gets you that little cushion. That little piece of paper that can get you in the door, if you So
that's good. Well, good. Well, I definitely appreciate the opportunity, man. It was really, really honored and blessed.
Thank you.
And everybody that's listening, make sure to go check out his charity, donate, support. When are the events?
Yeah, I have an event coming up. It's Rice is Down with Downs. It's April 22nd. You can go to trevorcobbhelpinghands.com. You can sign up for go to the event. And the brochures, the flyers on my website when you go to trevorcobbhelpinghands.com.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, I'm going to close on that. And remember, everybody, regardless of what you're going through, facing adversity, overcoming adversity is a key pinnacle. Regardless, you're not going through it alone. Reach out, talk to somebody. There's the blueprint of how to achieve all your goals is already out there. So whatever y'all going through, there's somebody that went through it, and you can go reach out and talk to somebody and get the help you need. Also, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna start giving out gifts. Make sure to leave a comment. I'm gonna give out some tickets to the new Doctor Strange movie coming out in a couple months. So make sure to like, subscribe. I'm gonna be picking a comment from everybody. And remember, make sure to reach out for his charity. He's doing some great things, helping out people. And remember, undefeated. Never take a loss. Thank you.